Hello everyone, welcome to Haley Moon Tarot. Now I thought I would do a different kind of reading, and I may do this for every sign if you people want it. The person you're destined to be with, and what it is you need to know about this person. The person you're destined to be with, what is it you need to know? Right, patience and planning. Yeah, there's patience required. Someone's planning. We have the two pillars, two people coming together. You can see a 7. Someone's just trying to figure things out, fix things. Yeah, lots of knowledge and wisdom in that energy. Patience and planning. Yeah, fertility. So it's about the start of something new. The Empress is often patient. This is somebody planning. This is also the Empress, open to offers, opportunities, whatever it may be. So, yeah, someone here is patiently planning. Yeah, movement, choices, and decisions. So there's decisions that need to be made for two people to come together, but someone's planning. They're preparing to come together. Yeah, the Empress is open. The Empress is patient. Now, you may have choices, but there's movement, choices, and decisions. Yeah, it's about two people coming together. Yeah, we have hope. Someone's feeling like there's hope. Yeah, very positive energy. Yeah, hope and faith. Yeah, love begins. It's about starting something new here. Someone's emotions starting to flow. It's about getting things going. So there's hope. It's about staying hopeful. And we have the light. Beautiful. This is like the star. Someone's reaching for the stars here. There's definitely a lot of energy of hope. Yeah. Wow. Wow. So I feel like what you have, some of you have been patiently waiting. You may have other choices and options here, but it's about movement. Okay. It's about being open to something new. So some of you could just be in the energy of being patient, but while you're patient, you're still open to something new. But you can see this new beginning. It's the start of something new. Let's have a look at the patience and planning. Why is this here? Yeah, it's about two people coming together. See, it's a bond, a connection. There's definitely desire, but it's about two people coming together. It has to do with committing. Yeah. Yeah, you got an Elder of Wands. This is someone focused. This is a King of Wands, somebody who is very ambitious. They're planning. Basically, someone planning and preparing. They're very driven, very ambitious. Someone who takes the lead. So it's saying to let this person take the lead. This is an energy of a natural-born leader. So while you're patiently waiting for this person, you plan yourself. Yeah, that's what the Empress does. The Empress is always open to offers, opportunities, ideas. Doesn't mean open to other people. Some of you aren't open to other people. You're just waiting, letting this person prepare. They're very ambitious. They have goals. There's things this person wants to achieve. Now, they're also very creative. Yeah, this person's, I think, planning to make a move here. Let's have a look at fertility. Yeah, this is someone exploring their feelings. See, going on a date, they explore. They want to explore this. You can see there's romantic feelings, a little romanticizing here. Yeah, so someone here is going deep within their emotions. They're just exploring their feelings. Yeah, they're planning to make a move. Let's have a look. Oops, what come out? Yeah, this is about putting all the cups on the table. Someone putting themselves out there. Now, this is a very masculine kind of energy. There's desire, a spark. There's an attraction. There's the energy of two people. So it's all about being prepared. The Empress looks prepared. Just being patient. Yeah, but this person's exploring their feelings. There's romantic feelings. It's about putting themselves out there, putting all the cups on the table. See, this is someone looking ahead into the future. They're kind of looking ahead. Yeah, let's have a look at hope. Yeah, they want to build. See, this person feels hopeful. They want to build. It's somebody working. See, this is a person who's ambitious. They have goals, things they want to achieve. But you can see, I feel this is somebody who wasn't planning to feel the way they're feeling. And I can tell you that because their emotions are starting to flow. It's about starting it. See, putting in effort. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of hope here. Let's have a look at this love begins. I think this is someone who wasn't planning to put themselves out there. They weren't feeling quite prepared. Yeah, but they are preparing themselves. They're feeling positive, like there's hope. Yeah, we have the Empress. See, this is about being open. They see opportunity is what they see here with the Empress. But this is somebody who really wasn't planning to catch feelings. They really want to explore this. And this is what they're doing, exploring their feelings at this point here. Tell me about the Empress. Yeah, the Tower, the shock, surprise. See, this is someone who didn't expect to feel this way. It was sudden. Oh my gosh. This is definitely somebody who didn't feel quite prepared. They weren't ready to get themselves out there. They weren't planning on this. But look at this Tower moment, this realization. Yeah, someone here's catching feels here. See, the Empress is just sitting there. This is a situation that's going to happen suddenly. But it's that sudden realization here. Yeah, look at that. The Guardian of Cups. They're kind of guarding their heart a little bit. Yeah, exploring their feelings, guarding their heart. The Empress could be in this way, but I see the Empress is always open. See, open to build, but I feel some of you are waiting for this person to put in effort. Maybe while you're waiting, you're staying hopeful, focusing on work. The Empress often is too, but it's all about building, whatever it is, work, effort. Yeah, it's about somebody here. I feel it has to do with someone, has to do with priorities, I feel as well, because I do think this is somebody here works a lot. They have priorities. See, they're wanting to achieve something with that Elder of Wands. Yeah, see, Five of Pentacles. This person maybe doesn't feel they have enough to provide. Money, finance here. Yeah. Interesting, this person. So yeah, you're dealing with someone who probably is focused a lot on work. They are preparing themselves though, but I feel there's a bit of a shock, surprise. They weren't prepared to feel this way. Their emotions are flowing, and I do think this person, the Empress, is going to receive. It's likely going to come in fairly sudden because this is a person overcoming some obstacles and challenges. It's someone who wasn't prepared, probably financially, because the King of Wands is someone focused on a situation. Yeah, this person has some determination here. Tell me about the light. Yeah, see, two people coming together. They feel like there's hope. This is someone who's probably at a crossroads, but it's about the two people coming together. See, this is someone that you cross paths with this person. They don't expect to feel this way. This is somebody who wasn't planning on putting themselves out there. But if they have to, this is a choice and a decision. Now for the feminine, you may have choices here because the feminine's here. See, just keeping your options open possibly. But it has to do with somebody here who's patiently waiting, focused on work, just building, but it's waiting for someone to make someone a priority. Yeah, this person, see, making love a priority. See, all catching feelings. This is someone emotions flowing. It's someone who's just, it's just so sudden. They don't expect to feel this way. Yeah, but it's going to happen. This person's starting to feel confident. See, strength, confidence. This is also an energy of taming the beast. So this is with the feminine energy too, taming that beast and stay confident here. But while you're waiting, you focus on other things. This person's definitely, it's about making love a priority. But you can see this is someone overcoming the Five of Pentacles. Financial situation. See, this is someone who just wasn't ready. Tell me more about the Five of Pentacles. Explorer of Swords. See, there's someone thinking things through, choosing their battle. So this is somebody here focusing on work, their priority. But it's about making love a priority. They're catching feelings. There's someone who just absolutely does not expect to feel this way. See, catching feelings. They're going deep within their emotions. See, this is someone that's an energy of being in denial. They're in denial about this. Yeah. They're thinking things through. They know they need to take decisive action. See, this is someone who is choosing their battles. Yeah. Yeah, they're looking at things from a different perspective, putting the shoe on the other foot. See, a little pause, looking at things. This is someone who's been, you've probably been checking each other out, but this is a person, their perspective. Yeah, see, romanticizing and fantasizing with the moon. See, there's romantic energy, but this is someone who is in denial. I feel they can't deny how they're feeling. See, they're going so deep within their emotions. It's about being emotionally available, making love a priority. But it's like first things first with the Knight of Swords. See, thinking it through. They know they need to take decisive action. They need to seize this opportunity. Tell me about the Ten of Cups. Yeah, see, going down this path, spending time together, doing things together. Oh, they fantasize a little bit here and romanticize. This is just somebody who was not ready to put themselves out there. I mean, it's very masculine energy. Someone who often keeps feelings to themselves. They don't say anything. But there is the energy of being in denial. They can't deny how they feel. Yeah, interesting. Tell me about the Strength card. Yeah, see, they see opportunity. See, this is a strong attraction, a strong physical attraction. They're very attracted. And it's probably likewise. It's likely how it starts, checking each other out. Yeah, see, it's about being able to be generous. I feel this person feels they can't provide. Very generous with their feelings and emotions, because it is about being emotionally available. But it's someone who's been in denial. And I do feel this is the energy of this person here, just kind of trying to look at things from a different perspective. It's about being able to be generous with their time, their energy, their feelings. But I don't think they can provide a lot at this point. Yeah. Often it's someone who only has enough for themselves. Yeah. See, it's someone who's trying to be fair. See, what this is, I mean, their feelings are flowing. The emotions are flowing. But it's also the flow of communication. They know they need to hurry up with that Knight of Swords. But they're choosing their battles. Yeah, this person feels there's this energy of strength, a connection. They're trying to tame the beast. They're also trying to be patient, but they feel hopeful. I think this is a person who kind of had given up hope. Now they feel like there's hope, but yet they have this, I think, financial issues to take care of. They're in so much shock and surprise here. I feel like they're gonna reach out at some point. They want to come together, but it's about coming in right. It's about harmony and balance. This is someone who needs to keep their life balanced. See, balancing their work, their priorities, but being able to make their relationship a priority. Yeah, the Star. See, feeling like there's hope. This is someone getting ready to follow their heart. They can't deny this spark and desire, this connection. I mean, this is just a physical attraction too. Yeah. They want to come together, but see the light, that's that little aha moment. See, seeing the light, seeing the truth in the situation. It's about spending time together, doing things together. They're looking at the things here that you have in common, what two people bring to the table. But it's all about having time to spend with someone. So they know they need to move, and they're about to make some kind of a decision. Yeah, they're taking a leap of faith. This is someone who's generally not afraid of taking a risk. See, they just go for it when they want something. But for some reason, this person feels they don't have enough to give. And it's financially. So there's a lot of pride involved here. Yeah, they're looking before they leap, which is good. But it's about going down this path. Tell me about the Two of Wands. Yeah, they want to come together. Yeah, they're determined to succeed. Let this person take control. Let them feel like they're in control. And it's saying to be patient. That way when this person comes in, you know they're coming in right. Yeah, it's all about coming in right. It's all about harmony between two people. It has to do with Making some kind of a commitment to this too, because the lovers is an energy of committing to a path with someone by spending time with them. This is someone who definitely doesn't want to look like a fool too, because I feel there's things that they don't know. Tell me about the Empress energy. Yeah, the Empress energy. Tell me about the Empress. Someone who's patient and open, someone who's fertile. This is someone who has a lot of abundance. You bring something to the table. They couldn't be happier about that. But this is a person I feel who is a provider. Yeah, they're determined to succeed, but you can see this is someone who's probably going to put on the brakes at some point. Try to stay. See, this is someone who didn't want to fall in love. They're not expecting to feel this way. This is somebody, like I say, that denial. They're not expecting to feel the way they felt or feel. So they put on the brakes a bit, try to control their emotions. See, they're trying not to get emotionally invested, but they are. Yeah, see, it's all about, there it is, Seven of Pentacles, patience, investing. This person, I feel, it has to do with being emotionally invested. I feel they are. If you've already crossed paths, that is. But some of you haven't crossed paths with this person, so it's just showing you the person you're destined to be with. Yes, they may take a pause and put on the brakes at some point. Let go of control. See, release control for the feminine especially, and be patient. This person's not patient, but they're trying to be patient as well. It's about being able to reciprocate feelings, emotions, to be able to provide. I feel this is someone who only has enough money for themselves at this point. Yeah, and then you can see the Hierophant. See, it has to do with commitment. See, it's all about being on the same page. Lifestyle habits, the way they conduct themselves. See, the Star is hope. See, they're charting the course. This is someone planning. This is someone who is on a particular path. So when you cross paths with this person, they're on this path. And this is about finances. See, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is someone who kind of feels like they're not good enough. They can't provide. They're kind of thinking negative. Yeah. But it's all this patience. See, this is just someone trying to figure things out. They're figuring out their feelings, trying to fix their finances, and they are very, very determined to succeed. That's the one thing I see. They're very determined to succeed. Tell me more about this person. They could be anyone. It's just being in this energy. Elder of Wands, King of Wands. Yeah. See, pride getting in the way, being able to provide. Yeah, they're planning, preparing, hoping for the best. They want to be able to come in. They want this to go somewhere, but this is someone who it's definitely their pride getting in the way. And if you are a feminine and you're already prepared, you don't really need someone to provide for you. But this is somebody who's very open and very balanced. But it's the energies between the two of you. Tell me more about the Six of Wands. Yeah, this person, yeah, see, win or lose, they want to go for this. But this is someone also coming up with ideas. That little spark, the idea. See, taking that little pause with the Hangman, going, aha. This person, I do think, is probably looking to make sure that because I don't think this person has a lot of money. There's this lack of money. See, and this is the point where I feel they kind of look at this like, oh, they probably just, want me or interested in me, showing interest because of what you can provide. But this is someone who's learning something. See, they're seeing the light. Yeah, they want to go down this path. They want to come together. They fantasize about taking this to the next level because there's such an attraction. Yeah. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. See, the Empress has a lot of abundance. See, it's all about timing. They feel lucky, they feel fortunate, but with the Star, they feel like it's too good to be true. But this is everything this person could want because they're seeing Empress. But it's about coming together. Now, some of you may have a choice here. I know the Empress only waits so long, is only patient for so long, and will often maybe even choose another person. I wouldn't be surprised. But I feel some of you are going to be patient for a little bit with this person. I'm not saying wait. I see a month, a year, that kind of energy, cycle energy. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is time. But this is a person sees all this beautiful abundance here. Yeah, see, they know they need to hurry up before somebody else comes in. And that's what I feel. They know. They're very much aware with that little aha moment. They need to take the lead. They are generally a natural born leader. They're someone who take the lead. They know. So let this person take the lead, because the Empress is also someone who's manifested all the energies of the queens. Yeah. Tell me about the Star. Yeah. See, Four of Wands, being able to provide a solid foundation. They feel positive, though, like there's hope, a reason to celebrate. So they're feeling lucky, they're feeling positive, they want to go for this, but they don't want to look like a fool because they can't. I think this person's pride's getting in the way. It's often the case, but I do feel they're trying to look at this in a positive way, in a very positive light. They're really trying to, because they see this. The Empress isn't someone who needs someone to provide, but they like to be the provider. This is a person very masculine. This is someone who would never dream of taking anything from a feminine energy. They have to be the one, but they know they need to kind of let go of that need to control. It's not serving them. But you can see they want to come together. They want to go down this path. They're very, very determined here. Tell me about the Hierophant. Yeah, see, it's about coupling up, partnering up. See, their emotions are flowing. They want to build. I mean, I feel their excitement is building with the Tower. Like they're so determined to win here, like so determined. Whatever it is that they have goals and things they're trying to achieve. See, they're planning, preparing. This is someone who just wasn't ready. And this is often the case, but they are getting themselves ready. See, the Empress is ready, so there's that need to be patient. But it's the start of something new, right? It's all about starting something new. Tell me more about the Eight of Wands. See, gaining momentum, movement. They know they need to make a move. Yeah, I think this person's aware that you're waiting at some point here, but this is also someone who is kind of waiting. See, they're expanding their horizons. This is someone focused on money, their job. They're expanding their horizons, preparing financially. So there's this lack of money, resources. But they are definitely very creative. This is someone who's good at creating opportunity. They're going to use all their creative energy to make this happen. But it's someone who was waiting for the right person, and they just didn't expect it to happen so suddenly. Yeah, look at that. Waiting for the right person. But this is about, expanding the horizons, being able to provide. Yeah, this person's something else. This energy. Now, if this doesn't pertain to you, like I said, I'm going to do one for each sun sign if you want it. If I feel people aren't interested in it, then I'm not going to bother. So let me know if you want one for your sign. Because the person could be different, but it's showing a collective energy of somebody needing to be able to provide. But this is someone who brings something to the table too, so their pride's getting in the way. It's like they're not, this is an Empress, they're not an Emperor yet, but they have goals and things they want to achieve. They're determined to win. This is not a quitter. This person is not a quitter. Tell me about the Fool. Tell me about the Fool. Yeah, Guardian of Swords. Yeah, so someone a little skeptical, but they have experience, so they kind of know what's expected. Because the star's here. See, they kind of know what's expected, but this is happening unexpectedly. But you can see that the Tower is showing there's the shock, the surprise. So you're going to come together at this person at this particular time. And it could be, I wouldn't even be surprised if it's someone who's ended the situation because they were on a particular path, goals and things they wanted to achieve. So this happens suddenly. So they're definitely, they're kind of in their head here, analyzing, strategizing. They are someone who has a tendency to overthink. Yeah, the Guardian of Swords. They're looking before they leap here. But yeah, they know what's expected here. Yeah, they know there has to be some kind of commitment. See, they know they need to lay the foundation. This is someone who has experience. But they've not experienced this because they didn't expect to feel this way because they are so going into their feels. I think this is someone who needs to balance head and heart. They are someone who's like that. Yeah. Tell me about the Four of Wands. Yep. See, they have to be the one to start this. They know what's expected. They know what they need to do. Yeah. Anybody who's mature, see, being emotionally mature, being open, they need to be able to express themselves, but they have to be the one to take control and take the lead. Let them take the lead. Because if they don't take the lead, by any chance, this is someone who puts on the brakes when it gets to a certain point where it looks like they don't want to commit. This is where the feminine makes another choice. And if you have another choice coming in, and some of you, this could be what happens, is you wait for this person and decide to explore other options. So, but this person wants to date. Like, they know they need to communicate. They know they need to hurry up. Yeah, it's the same old story, right? But like I say, with this person, they are definitely, this is someone who I feel, they definitely are someone who keeps it all in. They keep everything to themselves. They will not tell you if they're having money problems or anything like that. They just keep it to themselves. Yeah. But they are somebody who's a little sad on the inside. With the Five of Pentacles, see, very internal energy, a little sad on the inside, happier on the outside. So, just so you know. But they are going to overcome this. It is financial, I feel. Because this is somebody who was waiting, while they were, waiting for the right person to come along. They didn't expect it to happen so suddenly. But they know that they need to lay the foundation. They need to hurry up. They've been kind of looking at the situation, focused on money, exploring Pentacles. See, exploring this. They want to explore this, but like I say, they're kind of thinking and assessing while they focus on finances. They keep moving forward. See, this is someone clearing things up, moving forward, looking to see if the coast is clear. Very logical, very, somewhat skeptical at some point, because they are looking before they leap. Yeah, but they want this. They want to go down this path. This person knows. They're looking at the risks. They know what's expected. Yeah. I don't think they have an issue with commitment, because it is about partnering up, long-term stability, someone who's there through thick and thin. But they want to be able to provide. I wouldn't be surprised if this is someone who just at the time may have just started expanding their horizons, may have just started a business or just started a new job. So they got maybe even more money going out that's coming in. See, possible business owner starting something new. So it is the timing, but they're not expecting to feel this way. Yeah, very much. They got a lot of responsibility. They have a mountain in front of them. So this is the person, but they like to plan and they like to plan and prepare. One of these people who likes to look and be prepared for the future. They're kind of looking at how this will all play out too. So they're kind of preparing for any possible outcome. Some of you, if you decide not to wait for this first person and they keep you waiting, you may decide to expand your own horizons and be open to another person. So now we have the King of Pentacles. But I feel like this is just someone expanding their horizons. Starting a new business. They have a mountain of work in front of them, a lot of responsibilities. They have a lot going on, a lot of focus on their finances in the future. See, someone who just wasn't ready. Now, this person is somebody who will eventually get ready, because I do think it's a person who's in denial. They cannot deny their feelings, because I think some of you got a person who's put on the brakes and they're taking another look. But the feminine could be the one who does that too. So I'm not saying that, because the first person may not, that comes in this next while, may not be the one. Just for some of you. But it all depends on what it is that you want here, what it is you're trying to manifest. The Empress is always manifesting, always open. But this is the start of something new. I can see it. This person's got a lot on their plate. Yeah, a lot on their plate. They're kind of looking at how this will play out if they come in and build the foundation and start it. Yeah, see, they're a little bit Four of Cups energy. So it's about being self-aware. It's about self-awareness. See, they don't want to miss this opportunity. And some of you could have someone who's missed an opportunity and put on the brakes, taking another look. See, crossing paths, but nothing happens. It doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, Guardian of Wands. So this is definitely someone who's focused, driven, very ambitious. Oh yeah, very fiery. I mean, this is the, oh my gosh, this person. They're fired up. They're excited. I really feel this is somebody who isn't going to want to miss the opportunity for most of you here. But it's all who's coming in. So if you've got someone with the King of Pentacles coming in, they are prioritizing work, choosing their battles, but they're also looking at missing this opportunity. Yeah, it's all about themselves too, becoming very self-aware of self. Yeah, what they need to do. Tell me more about the Guardian of Wands. Yeah, someone who's juggling. See, it's somebody who's all work, no play. They're juggling. Some of you may have a person who procrastinates when it comes time to commit or take things to the next level. Just so you know, but their emotions are flowing. They're just in denial. They're not looking at it. It's too good to be true, right? This is what I feel is going to happen. It's just too good to be true. So this is someone maybe even thinking a little bit negative here with the King of Swords energy, the Guardian of Swords, being a little skeptical. Yeah. Tell me about this person with the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, see, someone who's very busy. They got a lot going on, a lot of responsibilities, especially if they're a business owner or they have a high-paying job. Because it is a person expanding the horizon. There's expansion, and it has to do with someone's job and work, but it's about starting it. Yeah, see, waiting for things to calm down. Someone's applying lessons they've learned. Yeah, just a little bit of time, things calming down. But it's applying everything that they've learned, everything that they know. It could be someone who's moving and relocating too, moving a business. Someone may be moving to a new home. See, I feel some of you got people who are, all these energy shows, whoever it is that comes in, it's about patience and planning. The King of Pentacles is patient, but they like to plan and prepare ahead. So I feel like some of you got a person who's going to come in very suddenly because they're assessing it. This other person is the one who's really doing the big assessment, though. But it's about making sure the coast is clear. See, the King of Pentacles looks before they leap. This is somebody who takes a leap of faith and goes for it. So if you have choices, and I do see the feminine having choices. Yeah, you've got an Emperor. So this is, some of you, this is an Emperor energy. This is someone manifesting. See, they know they need to be the one to start it. They need to make it happen. But it's about ambitious, people who are ambitious. They have goals, things they wanted to achieve first to be able to provide. But this person is looking at this person up here. This is what I like. This person is because they put the shoe on the other foot, how the other person feels waiting. They don't want to miss this opportunity. I mean, there is, I see them gaining momentum. I see a lot of excitement. Yeah. I do think some of you, oh yeah, this person's cup, there it is. The cup runneth over. Yeah, this is a person who can't deny their feelings anymore. They need to make it happen. And then let's have one last card on the Chariot. Yeah, you got a person who's going to just swoop right in. Now, if you have a choice between two, and I've been seeing this in other readings, somebody who swoops in and takes control before two people come together. Because this is someone who feels they missed an opportunity. They didn't look at the cup. There's no way that you're interested in this person. It's too good to be true. But they're looking at the bright side. See, this is someone having a bit of a breakthrough. They're going, aha. So I do feel like the feminine is opened up. The feminine's always opened other options and opportunities. So someone only waits so long. There's an energy of impatience here. See someone becoming impatient. Yeah, look at that. There's the cup. So this is someone going to swoop right in here and take the lead. Now, if you have choices, some of you have two, and it is a feminine with two choices because you get tired of waiting. So it's whoever comes in and takes the lead. Interesting energy. Yeah, some of you got a situation that won't go anywhere. Nothing's going to come of it because somebody here, I feel, is not emotionally available, and the person who comes in is going to be emotionally available. Yeah, see, you've got someone here who keeps all their feelings to themselves. This is someone who doesn't, see, you've got a person who doesn't really know what they want. Nothing's going to come of it. And then you have another. So the first person who comes in, or you're dealing with that now, but you're going to cross paths with the right person. It's all about the right time. Yep, choosing the one, making a choice, the spark, the desire. Someone here cannot no longer deny their feelings. They're coming in. They're going to wear their heart on their sleeve and get this going. I see an offer, an opportunity, invitation, going on a date. So if you've been waiting for someone that you've been dating, or waiting for someone to ask you out and you don't hear from them, some of you are going to choose another person. And it's the person that's going to come in, I got to tell you, is going to be very passionate, very charming, somebody even funny. It's a King of Wands energy, okay? It doesn't mean they are. They could be anyone. This is an energy read. But I will, if you guys want this for each sign, I will be able to pick up the signs a little bit easier. But right now, it really literally could be anyone. But one of these situations isn't going to go anywhere. And then you've got this other person coming in. And I do feel it could go somewhere. See, making a choice, the spark, the desire. This is someone cannot deny their feelings, their emotions. It's the person right on, and it could be this person who put on the brakes. And then you could date another person and it doesn't go anywhere. And then this person comes back in and takes another look. So, but it's someone who just can't deny their feelings, this attraction. They want this. They want to go down this path. Yeah, they want to come together as an attraction here. Yeah. Lot of desire. See, it's about forming a bond, but this person sees the bigger picture too. They really do see the bigger picture. They know what's expected. See, one of them knows what's expected. The other person's not emotionally available. So there you go. So it's about recognizing when someone's emotionally available or not, or interested. Wow. Take care. Bye for now.